Hello everyone, welcome to the Talos Principle Reawakened. Last time we finished up the main story and today we're going into the new DLC. It's not really DLC, but the new campaign bundled in here. By the way, I might be interested if there are any community puzzles that are like worlds with story, with like thought-provoking philosophical story. Let me know, because I might be interested in playing some of those. Anyway, today we're going into here. In the beginning. Now my understanding of this is that I think I got into my mind that it's puzzles that were deleted.
Alan, are we ready? Aurora. Yep.
That might not be true though.
Frank? Frank? Yes. Frank, no. Frank, I submitted it yesterday. Just ask Rob.
She's such a good voice actress. A human shadow. I mean a biohuman shadow.
All right, I'm going to run the process with most of the modules active, including the integration manager. I know, a bunch of stuff isn't working as intended, so don't panic, it's fine. All we need to do is get this ball rolling. It's late, so if you want to go and get some rest, we can discuss the results tomorrow morning.
Okay. Here we go. Initiate program.
It's Let There Be Light. Alright, so the question I have is, are we playing as Alexandra in virtual reality? Are we playing as the first robot? Child program parameters. Holistic integration manager. Errors ignored. So I wonder if we'll get a Trevor cameo, now that we've got a voice actor for him. Well, of course I gotta go backwards first. Yeah, we got this stuff. Alright, we're not going out first. I guess we probably have to. Right, because we can't get through here because we have nothing. 4 puzzles to get into room 3. Yeah, so I don't know much about this. It does kind of look like... Yeah, this is just like a randomly imported asset. I am sorry about the screen tearing. Is there something I can do in the options? I really don't know my stuff very well. I could turn VSync on. Let's turn it on for a little bit and see what happens. Alright, this feels better to me. If it's a lower frame rate, if that bothers you, let me know. And I will change it. I don't know how long this is, so if there's like 3+ episodes, which there very well might be, and this really bothers you and you'd rather have screen tearing, let me know and I'll change it back. But my brain like runs at 30 frames per second. Like I can hardly tell the difference between 30 and 60. So for me, this is totally fine.
The original first draft of the story for In the Beginning was a lot smaller and simpler than what we have now. This was because we basically expected the whole thing to be a little bit smaller and less intricate and difficult than it is now. That's one of the things that happen when you write a game. You can only base yourself on the projection while the game is being made, so things may change as the game develops, and in this case the game just turned out bigger than we expected and more complicated than we expected, and what we had just kind of didn't cover it sufficiently, so we expanded it and included more stuff in the second draft, and I'm very glad that we managed to find the time to do that. Sometimes in video games you don't. if you ever play a video game and there's writing that doesn't match what's there at all, it's because video game writing frequently has to be finished long before the game itself, so it can go in for localization and for dubbing. And because of that, sometimes people will write a particular game in one way, and then months and months of development will still happen after, when the writers have been forced to stop, and the game may change in that time, and then frequently nobody can do anything about it, and thus you get games where it feels like the writers don't know what they're doing, or they haven't played the game, or what the hell is going on here. And the answer is usually that games are made inside the economic reality that we live in, and we do our best to create something meaningful and artistic, but sometimes you come up against these, harsh limits, and then there's just nothing that you can do. In this case, we were lucky, and we've been lucky with all the Talos games, partially through planning, partially through just genuine luck. And wish us luck with whatever is next. Wish every game writer luck, because it's hard.
Child program has entered hub level. Initiating gameplay observation.
Yeah, so I thought right after I walked into this, I thought there's going to be text as we walk out here. And so I think I might play a little bit of the story, because they talk about the story in the commentaries, right? I think I might play a little bit, play the story of each world before hearing the dev commentaries. Even though it would be nice to hear them talking while we're doing puzzles. Yeah, so I've noticed back here there's a door that looks like it might have star pieces. I didn't check it, but that looks like it might be what it is. So yeah, I think we'll do some puzzles before we check out this one. Let's run around the perimeter real quick to see if there's any secrets or Easter eggs. We've got 3 worlds, it looks like. Yeah, so he said it's bigger than they expected. So this might take 5 episodes if we go at our 5+, if we go at our hour, 2-hour usual. I don't know, if I'm really pushing my brain to solve new difficult puzzles, it might not make it 2 hours, but who knows? Now, I noticed how he said all the Talos games, considering that, which kind of suggests that he considers the DLCs to be their own games, which I respect. They kind of do feel like their own self-contained things. Except for The Abyss, that felt like a sequel, but it kind of did feel like its own thing too. The stars. Yeah. So I think here again, since this is the first time I'm doing this, I'll go for completion. That means all the stars, all the secret areas. And if I miss any Easter eggs, you can let me know. Alright, here is our tower. There might even be more worlds up there, who knows. Yeah, so we'll do a world and then come back and listen to that one. Shall we listen to this one before going in? I think, no, we'll go in. It's like spoilers in the game. We'll listen to it when we come out. I forgot how long the loading screens took when it's the first time you go into it.
Looks like the levels are loading correctly.
How can you tell? So, did you make these levels, Alexandra? Is that the canon? Oh no, ELOHIM is procedurally generating the levels, I think. or creatively generating. They've got to that level of AI. Blocked. I retell you the controls, just in case this is the first ever Talos Principle puzzle you've done. Okay, we open this, and that opens this and shoots out another connector for us. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to do. Is it? Well, looks like we can't reach it. Okay, that's surprising. Maybe we might want to use this jammer on the fan. We can't, like, can we jam through grates? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Like if we jam that, because I'm like, what if we want a laser to go to that connector and then, well, but we can't use it from there. And then here's a fan. Okay, here we go. Here's the first move. Whee! Oh, I see. What would happen if we blew the box over? Nothing, because it would fall right here. But let's do it anyway, just for fun. Anywhere to jump onto from here? Yay. Okay, we got a box. What can we do with the box? We can put it over there, jump on it, maybe collect that connector? So it looks like we need both of the connectors. But what if we're up there with the jammer? We probably can't be, right? Well, maybe we can. Yeah, we could be up there with the jammer. Can we just jam this from up there? Because I happen to know a few tricks from Talos 2. Aha! This ain't my first rodeo. Heck yeah. Oh, I do see a problem though. So this might be the last thing we have to do, but we do have to open this door. Yeah. Well, I do feel accomplished. Alright, what do we want to do? Does this door have an opener on the other side? If so... No. Because if it was like blue, then we could just shine a blue... Well, no. If it was red, we could shine a red over here and open it from there, and then we could do that with the jammer. Hey! Puzzle idea for mine! Hahaha. Alright, I gotta pause and write that down, actually. Alright, I have written it down, and I'm keeping my document open so that I can do that for any other ideas I have while playing. Okay, first thing we need to do, let's get a connector up there, actually. Maybe we can't. So I was like, if the connector's up there, then we can connect it to blue and go right over there. Maybe I just need a good spot for it. Or maybe I just need a box. I noticed that gate is a little low. Ah! Not quite. Come on! Well, we can't... It does have to be we use the box to get over this gate, not that gate. Maybe we only have to open one. Let's do this one and see if the door opens. So... Oh no, we can get this up there. I don't know what I was thinking. So it has to be attached to blue, but it doesn't have to be attached to blue right away. We can do this. It doesn't matter that it can't see the red source from up there, because it doesn't need to see the red source up there. Shucks. I got it. I got a new idea. What if we also connect here and there? Because then when it's up there, it doesn't see the red source anymore. So you'd think, oh no, it's being blocked. But hey, we get to do the thing that I wanted to do, that I always hoped would be in a puzzle. Yeah! Ha ha ha. Uh-oh. But now I have to get over there. Oh, but this is out. We don't need it to stay open. Time. Think time. Okay, now it should be good. We just need this to be open. We need a red and a blue. And at this point, we've done this before. It's easy. Yeah!
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token. Input required. To improve the role-playing experience, please describe the player's objective.
Oh, to become human.
What does it mean to be human?
Oh.
I see we're starting with the easy questions. I don't think humanity is something that can be found in a single property. It's an emergent phenomenon that requires multiple criteria to be met, some of which may seem contradictory.
What is my role in the creation of humanity?
You can't just create a new humanity out of thin air, and unfortunately, neither can we. So, we have to work together to create the conditions that will allow humanity to emerge. My team will begin the process and you will complete it after we're, gone.
Calibrating.
Now, what separates humanity from the rest of the animals? Large buttocks, so that we can hold ourselves upright while we walk and run far while hunting. That is what separates humans from everything else. Aha, spaces for contemplation. We should encourage the integration manager to create more spots like this one, where someone could just linger for a while and look out at the sea. Our descendants will have a lot to think about. Okay. Yeah, I'd hang out at a spot like this. I'd like railings. But then if you have a backup button, or a rewind button, maybe railings aren't that important. So we passed... Did we pass a note in this area? I don't know, maybe it was before this area. But we did see something over here. Who's going to be talking here?
According to the schedule, this is concluding remarks by Bob Rakowski. But I don't have much of a conclusion, because this isn't the end. This is just another bad thing on a long list of bad things we've had to deal with. And by we, I mean humanity. I hope at this point even the dum-dums out there have grasped that everything else is an illusion. It's just you and me on this big blue ball hurtling through space. Maybe there's a big guy up there. Maybe there isn't. But I know one thing for sure, he's not fixing this for us. But as Alex always says, we're a species of problem solvers. And that's all this is. Just another stupid problem for humanity to deal with. Don't give it more power than that.
I see someone's been putting in Easter eggs.
We got a new voiced character. I want to hear Trevor. When's Trevor coming in? Maybe we'll hear all of the main team. I've prepared my piece with learned Italian things and the proud stones of Greece, poets' imaginings and memories of love, memories of the words of women, and those things whereof man makes a superhuman mirror resembling a dream. W.B. Yeats. Yeah, as I was reading this, I was like, this is famous poetry, isn't it? We got a tower. They really like their towers, don't they? Oh, this is cool. There's something about paths with drop-offs on both sides that I just find really, really cool. So we got more Easter eggs. More things to find. Big numbers of puzzles. All right. Bug, broken jammer. I was helping Bob test the integration manager's new level and noticed that the jammer in this puzzle doesn't work. Please forgive me if I'm missing something, but this really isn't my jam. Get it? But I figured it was worth reporting. Trevor Donovan! Fixed. Thanks for catching this, Trevor. By the way, I also wanted to thank you for all the good work you do around the Institute. I joined for Alexandra's optimistic humanism, but you did a lot to keep us all sane these past few weeks. Also, I guess this is going to be my last contribution to this project. My symptoms are getting worse and I think it's time to head home. See you on the other side and thanks for all the fish. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Subway escape. Put a random subway in here. You get one of them like that. We might need a second jammer for it. Elevator? Oh. This puzzle's bigger than I thought. Okay. Can I reference myself? Where am I? The heck am I? This puzzle's huge! What's going on? I'm a bit overwhelmed. Let's get the lay of the land. There's a box down there, a fan, a jammer over here, another box here. Wow. Wow, wow. And the second whole layer to the puzzle. And we want to get in here. Why? To get some tools through here. We can jam this. I wonder if maybe we need a second jammer down here. Alright, let's take inventory. Jammer, box, second box. I think that's what we got down here. Up here we got jammer, connector, subway, and then the end's over there. Or the second part of the puzzle's over there. Did I jump into the end game puzzle? Let's see if maybe we can try a different one first. This might be like the boss puzzle. Oh, there's two Tetrominoes in there. Yeah, let's do the others first. That's just a door. I think we've done that one already. Glitched emitters. These emitters constantly glitch in the weirdest ways. It's been driving me crazy, but I think I finally know what the issue is. Trying to fix it before we do the first big test. I wonder if we're gonna have to use any of these supposed glitches to solve puzzles, or if this is just lore building. Angela Warshawski. Fixed it, and of course it was the tiniest bit of code imaginable. Kind of like what's killing us when you think about it. Yeah, we didn't see what the cause was. I must have missed a terminal or something. But it was a disease released from the permafrost by global warming. Something like that. Oh, where are you supposed to learn that? Is that in the Star Worlds? So, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. No, I think I might have said it actually. Sequence break. Oh, I like the sound of that. I think these puzzles are gonna be brain scratchers. Oh no. That's the exit. We got a recorder. We can get through here with a recorder. If we step here... Wait, is this easy? No, we need to open 2 of these. One of them can open with red. So if we have a connector here, connected to red, and then one here... No. Wait. Yeah, we'll need more than one connector. The first order of business, let's try to get this open. Wait, do we even have a jammer? Wait, is this button closing this door? Yeah, okay. First order of business. So we need a connector here and this door open. So we move the connector and then stand here, create a pause point. And then when we're back, we can pull the connector over here and open this. That works. And then we're standing here. We need this to be pressed down eternally, I think. So... No, another idea. So what if... Yeah, we go over here, we set that up, then we stand here, we do a pause break, and then we move around and we take it from the past. No. Okay, different idea. What if we start it here? We start it here connected to there. And it's not doing anything, obviously, because this is off and the door is closed. But then... Oh, we can't get to here. I was like, then what if we start here and then we come in and then we take this over to here and we place it and we connect it and we stand here and we create a pause point and then we pick this up and we move it over here and place it and connect it. Oh, we can't connect it anywhere. We place it here and create a pause point. And then we leave, and then while it's running, we pick it up from here and we connect it to itself like that. Therefore, this will be open. This will be on. Oh no, but then if we stand here, it'll turn off again. Wait, is it possible? You can't stand in the middle, so it just bounces you back out. Is it even possible to use this one to get through here? No, because if this is... It closes that, but it opens this. I mean, unless this opens both of these. We should try it. Okay, recording. And we need this to be here. And now, in case, do another pause point there, and then another here, in case that's necessary. Now we take it, and, oh, right. And now we place it here. Okay. Alright, time to see if any of this makes any sense. Alright, that's off. There, that's open. Now let's test. It's still on. Well, that's fine. But what if we do this? Turns it off. Okay. Quite confusing. So we need to we need to actually not be on the platform. Right? Because now this is closed and it's doing nothing. So we can do this, and now we actually want to connect this one like this. Oh. I guess I put the other one in a bad spot. There we go. Now move. Oh, it turns it off. Oh, there's a freaking window here. Okay. So what we need is to... What we need is to get this working from the outside. Okay. Okay. So what it requires is... Yeah, so all we need is if we had the connector right over here, on there, and ourselves out here. Oh, hey, look, a ladder. Ha ha ha! We got this. All right, so I didn't even realize it. Oh, it's a one-way ladder. Oh. One-way ladder. There's no other way ladder? Okay. But we still have to get ourselves out by walking through here. So... Right, because we can't terminate one of these. We can't complete it. Right? Huh. Okay. So, connector out here. We need a connector out here. We need to be able to move a connector from in here to out here. So, one way we can do it is to... I didn't need two of those. There. It's out here. we can do it while I'm standing on the button. The problem is we need 2 connectors in there to get one attached to here. Because there has to be one here, and then it has to reach the one that's attaching to here. Now, then if we could take and bring it out here without closing that door, then we could do it. Maybe that's what we need to do. Okay. Another possibility is maybe we could just stand right here. We could create a clone of ourselves standing here at the end. That makes more sense, I think. So what we do is we... Can we? I mean, this is a one-way, right? So we need to figure out how to end this while still having a connector connect right there. And the way... Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. We don't need a connector out here. That's the wrong button. What am I doing? Let's not have the connector out here. Alright, so we need to do the thing we just did to get the connector hooked up here and also there. So so how do we get out of here? We can only get out here if there is a connector on here. But then if we get out here and we stop it, then that connector disappears. However, this one is still there. Does this button do anything other than this? Probably not. This one-way ladder is really getting me. We can climb this way. Like, can we do something like this? What's the point of this? Can we hit anything from here? No. We can like do this. And then walk out. And then finish it. Now this door is closed. And if it were connected, then we could get through just like this. So it seems our goal is to have this open while we're done. Then now we can just climb back in again without having to reset. So that might actually be part of the puzzle. Okay, so with this close, no, we need it to start here. So that, no, we don't. Yeah, we do. Wait, maybe we don't. I might be overthinking this, but maybe not. So I'm like, what if I want to start like that? And now I want to do it again. What was my brain thinking? I want to do it again. And it is off. Okay, well, what if I finish while I'm in the middle of this? Like, not at the end. So, like, I started recording, and then I go over here, and I, like, stand on this to let myself get through, and so I'm like, I need to power this up, and then I need to get through here. But then it can still be powered up by the other side. Alright, let's go. Okay. So now I come over here. Well, I actually need this to be connected. Connected over here as well. Right? I think. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, what's my idea? So we need to start by setting that up so that it hits the other side. Maybe I do need this. All right, so now I'm gonna put this over here. I don't remember how I did that. I don't remember how I set that up. Maybe I started it right here. Like this. Okay, yeah. Alright, so take this, connect it to all three of these. My first idea was too complicated. Once this is lit up, it'll be fine. No need to worry about putting a second connector over here. Okay, now I can get back. So that's closed. Now, I need to create a thing. That'll be right back where it is after I do this, right? I'm pretty sure. So I need to create a thing. I need to get myself back. Okay, I think this is actually a lot easier. So pause point there. Climb up. And another one here just in case. Take connector. Place. And then that doesn't matter. I don't need another pause point because I'll finish the level by then. So... no. I need to get myself out. Okay, let's reset. Okay. So, what I need to do, once the recorder is going, I need to go in here. I need to move this over there. Attach it so that it's all connected. Then I need to get out. Then I need my guy to step off the button so that this opens up again. Alright, I think I got it now. Pause point there. Take this. Put it here. Pause point there. Take it. Put it right back. That might be an issue. I made a mistake. This isn't quite gonna work. Because it needs to be connected to that one as well. And this one. And now, you can place it and leave. So after that, now I can take this, connect to you, and oops. Okay, Connect to these two. Now it's open. Now I need to get out. Oh, I see my error. I should have just stepped on it. One more time. Oh no, this is in the wrong place. Alright. Let's just reset real quick. Sorry, my microphone hasn't been in my face, so I'm sorry if that was hard to hear. Alright, now it's closer. So we need the real one to be over here. Attach here, there, and there. Alright. We need... Right. Let's do this correctly. Is that all aligned? Yes, it is. Okay. There we go. Now that's closed. So, what do we want to do now? We want to start recording, climb over, do a pause point, stand on the button, do a pause point, and then leave, do a pause point. All right. First pause there. Second pause here. Third pause here. And now we leave. And now placing the connector there should affect nothing. Phew. These recorders, man. Alright, now get off. Oh no! This isn't it! We're not there yet! Ah! Oh wow, they really pulled out the stops for these puzzles. So we do need ourselves to be back out here. Oh. Huh. So close. So close. But to get ourselves out, we need something to be on the button. And if it's in the button, it can't be part of the series. And if it's on the button, then it closes that. So we need to be out here. We need to be out here. We need our clone to be out here, but the clone could go back in. The clone could go back in. And what could the clone do? The problem is the clone cannot connect these two connectors together. So when the clone goes back in, and also the clone has to be standing on here. So it all has to be set up. So the clone is here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I'm so confused. My head hurts. This is all we need. Unless we could get a connector out there. Can we get a connector out there? So if we pull, the problem is, if this door opens, we need both of these connectors to be in here. So that's the logic in my brain. if we want to use this source, then we need both of these connectors to be here until we leave. But no, right now it's as if we're using this one. So I'm a little bit off, because if this were the solution, then this connector would be completely unnecessary, this source. There's something under these? Maybe just uneven ground. Yeah, so if this were this, so we probably do need a connector out there. We need to be able to take our connector out there. If we had a connector out there, we would only need one connector. So what is the problem here? What can we do with this? With this source, we can only see right there. That's all we can do. We can see this exact spot. And so we have it all set up. What if this is the real one? Does it matter? It shouldn't matter, because we need something on there. Can we get the clone connector out there? Once we get connector out there, can we get... Oh! Sorry, my microphone is falling down again. I hope you can hear me just fine the whole time. I'm really sorry if my voice is not coming through at any point. So if we have the ghost connector out there, then we could bring it back in by standing on here. We bring the connector back in, but then we can't connect it to here. This comes back to this problem. This is the problem. So we can't get the connector through here. Not at all. If we could, this would be nice and easy. Oh. So, like, is there a way? No, because we have to come out with something on here. So if we come out with something on here, we put a connector on there. Okay, I'm not thinking through all the logic. There's big gaps of logic in my brain. So if we wanted a connector out there, we would have to have the clone connector here and bring it out. And then if we want the real connector in here, then we would have to... Yeah, because here's the problem. Like, we gotta be doing things in tandem, right? We gotta be... I'm like, what if we do... Is there anything I'm missing? I feel like there's an element, like a fan or a ladder, I'm not seeing. Because this does not seem possible. It doesn't seem possible. So we want to either be, if we stand here, then there must be an item on that button, which means we can't, which means that door will be closed. Yeah, if our clone stands here, there must be an item on that button, which means that door will be closed. If we stand here, no, if we put the connector here, then we will have had to get it out, which means there will have had to be the actual connector on here. No. Yeah, if we put the connector here, we'll have had to get it out. Yeah, there's no way to get a connector out while the recording is going, because it requires there to be a connector copy on the button. I don't suppose we can, like, go through the motions. Like, what if we, like, let me through. And then if we open the door with our real self. No, it just can't. So. So if we have a copy, the only way to get the copy out is to put the copy connector on this button. And then, so we can't have a copy of anything out here, because that would close the door in there. And if we close the door, then we need both connectors in here to open it again. So no copy can be out there, which suggests that maybe the original has to be out there. However, if the original is out there, then the original cannot be in here to open this gate. So what's the deal? What am I missing? There's a window here. Am I missing another window? No, literally the only thing we can do with this source is shine it down this hall. But we need something on here. We need either our past self, the past connector, or the present connector. Why can it not be these things? If it's our past self, that means our past self has to come through here, which means the past connector has to be on the button, which closes the door, which means we have to reestablish this connection. So our past self getting over here won't work. If we have the past connector on here, then we have to have the recording going, grab it, and then come in here and somehow get a red laser to it. So we're doing this in the present, and our past self can be standing on this button, so that's fine. So we do whatever we have to in here with one single connector, and then we come back out and past self steps off the button. And then there is one connector back there, and then this ghost connector is up here. Third option is that we have the actual connector be here, which means that as a ghost, we would have to provide for bringing the connector out there, which would be pretty easy. And we also need to have a red source connector that can reach all the way over there. Oh my goodness. I'm not seeing it. I'm really not seeing it. So we could still do things after. We can still do things after we've finished as a ghost. But none of them can matter because we have to just leave. We have to just get the thing. Yeah, so if we have to, as a ghost, once we've set it all up, then we can pick up the connector, place it on here, and walk out. That's totally fine. Whatever we have to do. So, what can we do? What else am I missing? Am I missing a key element of the puzzle? Let's just check and see what's in here, if there's anything there. There's another ladder. Great, so if we get stuck here, then we can get out. Okay, so here's an idea. What if we start by doing this? We start by running over here. Can we save a connector connected to itself? Alright, so we connect this. And then we keep connections. Resume playback. And have we stored that connection? No, we haven't. Okay. Forgot the buttons. So my thought is, what if we start by going over there, we get ourselves over there, and then we come over here, over the ladder, and we hook up the connector properly. The problem is, like, if we start with our thing, if we start with this one connected here, and then we do that, we can't, and then we pick it up and we attach it over here, it won't be connected. So let me show you actually. So if we connect this, and now, right, now we record again. And now we keep connection. We don't need to keep connections. But like we attach here, we can't connect it to its present self. So then when we leave, if we stood on here, we could back up through here. But then we're going over there and it's just not gonna work. Because we pick it up and in the past, we cannot connect it to itself. That's only something we can do in present. So we're so close. If we could have the past guy connect that one to this one. Oh no, no. Because then it has to be standing here while the laser is running. So I'm still a couple steps away. I am still a couple steps away. Alright, yeah, these puzzles were definitely developed after Talos 2. This is, the devs were like, we've got some really brain twisters here. Let's go ahead and use those. Real brain twisters. Oh. These two have to be connected. Then one of them can be disconnected. If anything is on the button, this breaks. There's no getting around that. Unless we can like bring a jammer out to here and shine it through. No, no, no. What is going on with this puzzle? How do we do it? Crazy. You know what? I'm gonna come back. Try another one. Whew. This is in the difficult side of the ocean. What's a word? Let's try another one first. Maybe this one will be not so hard. Hey, star puzzle. The star is gonna be a challenge. Castle. Okay, where's the way into the star? The star is right here. It's on the outside, actually. So there's a ladder there. Okay, so looks like we have to fall in. We have to get on top of a wall and then go in. So that wall could be anywhere around here. We get like we stand on here, we get thrown up there, and then we just run around and jump on stuff until we get to the other side. Maybe we need a box with us. Alright, how do we start this puzzle? Probably like this. We could also pick up that fan. Are there any buttons to press? Yeah. Well, there's the end. We need to connect to both of these. Yeah, we can open a bunch of stuff. This will be one of those one item at a time puzzles. Got one. What does that do? Oh, this. Okay. We need a fan in here. There's a lot of moving parts to these puzzles. What does this do? That just puts us right here. So if we could bring a fan, then we can pop over from there. Here's a fan. What if we put a connector on there? We don't have enough tools for that yet. Alright, what else can we hit with this? Can we shine it through here at anywhere? Oh, we can shine it right here. So now we can take the fan in. This seems like a fair beginning. I don't have a plan, but I'm just doing things as I can. I wonder if we could land up there, if that would be sufficient to get to the star. Now we can take this fan off if we need it. We've got two connectors and a fan. We can take them anywhere we need. And we can get another red source easily from over here. We can get a blue source. Do we need anything else from over there? Probably not, unless we also need that fan. We need something from in here. And then what's over here? Oh, it's just we need red and blue. Okay, we might need to get this out before we can do that. Can I see that from here? Yeah, okay. Alright. This will be our blue. And then our red, we can dip underneath, I think. Yeah. This is not quite. It's a little higher up. 3 connectors. Now we no longer need to go in there. Is there a source here? Yeah, there's a red source here. So we might want something here with a red source. We will need this fan eventually. What's up here? A closed fan. And then that... Well, let's use that fan. Maybe it'll get us to the star. Oh, we also need a red. Okay. We can't see the red from here. So, actually, let's do this. Attach that one. Wait. No, we need 2 connectors to get to the red. Okay. No, here we go. Blue. And then because we need 2 correct connectors, we might as well go the long way. So we can't shoot it straight through here. But we may be able to shoot it around here. That's breaking. That's connecting. Intersecting. Well, if we have a connector up here, then maybe we can use... You have a connector... The blue one can... No, we can have our red one up there. Alright. New plan. Is this new music? I think it's new music. There we are. Now this one. Oh. No, we're not quite ready to do whatever this is yet. Okay, looks like we can, we need 2 boxes. And one of them we put up here. And one we put over there, and then we... But that's not quite right. I was like, we attach the beams to the respective places. I don't think that's right. I was trying to get up here. Oh, just like that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Beacon on a hill. So now... There we go. Box unlocked. We got a box, but it's only 1 box. The same thing is happening over here. And once we have our connectors up there, then we can go up here and jump off. Maybe we need... Here's the idea. That's why we have 3 connectors. We have one of them up there, one of them bouncing around attaching to the spot, and one of them bouncing around attaching to the other connector. Let's make sure that we can... Alright, so the box is open, we don't need that anymore. We need to... Need to open it. The fan's on. So now let's... I mean, we need another box if we wanted to do this, though. We don't need this in here anymore. So can we see... We can see the blue source. And that. So that's fine. We have 1 box. If we can get ourselves up here on top of a box, we might be able to jump off onto the railing. Or over there, better yet. So now instead of that one, let's try this one. This might take 2 connectors to turn on. Alright, and it takes a little time. So we might be able to run up, put a box on, and jump on it. I wanted to land on top of it. I should go right after it then. Come on, let me land on it. No, stop it. Stop it. Let me have the box. Jump! Ah! Dang it. Let's see, how far can I be? Can be up here. Alright. This is as far as I can be. Oh, that's actually super convenient. Can I get it to slide again? Yes. Jump. Shucks. Come on. Ah! Maybe I need to be back a little. Come on, it worked. It worked once. Gotta get it the exact right spot. Yeah. Yeah. I did it. Yeah. Star.
Input required. What is the thematic value of optional gameplay content?
You're the one who created this configuration. What does it mean to you when a child program pursues these stars?
Dedication. It indicates that the child program is extraordinarily dedicated to the process.
And what does that mean in the context of their final test?
Calibrating.
Always like the little snippets of dialogue. So what I want to do is I want to... We don't have a second box, do we? Oh, there's a second box. Okay, let's get a second box. Where's my connector? There it is. Alright. Now that we have a second box, this should be easy. This will hopefully be easy. Okay. We don't need it connected right now. So what we need is we need to set up all 3 connectors and get... okay, then lastly we can get the fan here. We need to set up one of the connectors with the fan. So let's break this out. And it really doesn't matter which one. Oops. Oh, never mind. We cannot bring the connector up there. Can we see any of the connectors from anywhere else? I mean, any of the receptacles. May not be as easy as I thought. What if we get on top of the box, but instead of jumping that way, we jump to the end? There's a little hole here to drop out. Well, let's set up the connectors. Set up the connectors in the boxes. Yeah, we need to do the red one first. So what do we need to connect to? Here? Oh, we can see. We can see these. All right. It's the red one from here. Can we see the red source from here? Oh. There we are. And then this one. So instead of putting our third connector up there, we can put it over here. Or over here. Yeah, we can see the blue from over here. So we'll do that with our blue one. Alright. Yeah, because if these are both bouncing back and forth on both sides, then they'll cross streams right in the middle. So we need our blue one. And then, alright, so that's self-sustaining. So this one should be self-sustaining too. So we click here and click there. Take the fan because we don't need it for now. Take this because we don't need it anymore. Right, we don't actually want that to be on right now. Where's our other box? We have a second box somewhere. Where did it go? Oh, it's already up there. Okay. Now where's our connector? It's up here. Okay. We need to connect here and here and not there. Yeah, what I don't want for my custom world is for the puzzles to be super involved. I want them to be like nice little bite-sized things. Because my thing is, my Talos game custom pack, it's not about the puzzles really, it's about the story. I just need there to be puzzles because it can't be Talos without puzzles. I almost just left. I was like, we're done here, right? Here we go.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
I'm just gonna hang out here.
Hi, it's Other Alex. Sorry to interrupt, but have you heard anything at all from O'Brien? He said he'd get in touch when he got to the lab in Portland.
No, nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess I guess the whole network is still down over there. You don't think he's
No, that would be too soon.
Then it's probably just crappy infrastructure. So what do I do?
Focus on your other tasks. One thing at a time, okay? You're doing well.
Okay. Thanks, boss.
Now go get some sleep.
Hey, Jonas got a voice line. Got a character to play. There's only one star in this world. Ooh, my brain. My brain. This level. What are we training here? Robots or wizards? Shut up, Philip. Come on, it's just a little joke. He's right, shut up, Philip. There must be more to that I didn't hear. Oh, there's that's another level we haven't done, so there's a few. Is this the... Wait, we haven't been here. Neat. Huh. Alright, but isn't there a third one up here? Am I running out of... Is my brain... Because I thought there were two... Oh, there's... Okay, there's more puzzles. Okay. There's 6. 6 things. Plus a star. So this was the way to that crazy one, no? Yes. Yes, the tram one. Over there. Tram, trolley. I looked up the difference once, I don't remember it. That's the one we tried to do. Yeah, so 3 up here and then 3 more. Okay, let's go down to this one. Because it's real cool looking. Huh. Feels like I should be able to get over there. Alright, well there's a path down to the beach. See if there's dialogue or hey. Why do the houses stand? Why do these houses stand when they that built them are gone? When reigneth... This is poetry again, isn't it? George MacDonald, not one I've heard of. What remaineth even of one that lived there and loved and planned, not a face, not an eye, not a hand, only here and there a bone. Why do the houses stand when they who built them are gone? Oft in the moonlighted land when the day is overblown, with happy memorial moan, sweet ghosts in a loving band roam through the houses that stand, but the builders are not gone. Yeah, I saw it. That's the thing about poetry. Where am I going? Okay, this connects. So that poetry can express things that are not very easy to express in logical words. So like in that book that I recommended, the Master and his Emissary.
Child program is out.
Thanks for telling me. He opens up by like discussing, well, one of his chapters, I should say, one of his early chapters is about discussing the functions of the brain hemisphere in relation to how science, the picture of science has been built up. And science is very like extremely detailed and logically connected, but it's not very good at seeing the bigger picture of seeing abstract patterns. And he's like, science and philosophy and the analytic method, more broadly, because they're confined within the boundaries that they put themselves, right? You know, it's the incompleteness theorem. It's that if you have a set of rules and logical rules, axioms, and you try to figure out as much as you can figure out a lot from it, but there will always be true things that are unprovable. And so the idea, and so Ian McGilchrist in his book is like, so that's why we have poetry and music to try to get at those ideas that are outside of what science can reasonably do and what philosophy can reasonably account for with its logical analysis. And he brought up Heidegger as a philosopher who actually used poetry in his philosophy books because he was trying to get at those things. And then later in the book, he used metaphors as examples. You know, he's like, what was it? I wish I could remember the exact wording, but it's like, words without purpose become wheels spin. When we get stuck in the logic of our words, they become wheels spinning without a purpose. So, like in his philosophy book geared toward intellectuals, he used a metaphor, and the meaning was very clear, at least to me, and it's probably clear to anyone who gets that far in the book as well.
All right, is there anything else?
I think the simulation should have music.
Music?
Yes, you said to me their experience will be almost like a dream, like a story.
Yeah, I hope so.
Then
Chernyshevsky
you could
voice.
say that their experience will be like interactive art, like a game. And that means it needs a soundtrack. After all, music is a very big part of our legacy. We've been making music as long as we've been human, maybe even longer.
You're right. We said the simulation should be beautiful, and music is the purest form of beauty we have. Do you have any suggestions? I don't think we need to worry about copyright. Nobody's gonna sue us.
Well, in the archive, I have the complete works of Damian Mravunac. He was a great composer and a very good friend of mine. I think it would be beautiful if his music became part of their dreams.
Why is it still loading these files?
The complete works of Damian Mravunac. Was that him? Was that Damian doing that voice? If so, that's just great. I love how he just keeps inserting himself
Input
into these
required.
games.
The child program has strayed from the main puzzle area, but there are no gameplay rewards in this region. Should this behavior be discouraged?
No, not at all. Exploration isn't about rewards. It's about curiosity.
But what should I place in such areas when I create a world?
Something surprising, something beautiful, or maybe something funny. You have a lot of data to draw on. Use your imagination. And you know what? If there's nothing, that's fine too. Like I said, it's not about rewards.
Calibrating.
I'm still thinking of that was some nice dialogue about Easter eggs, but I'm still thinking about, like, in the Talos Principle universe, the Talos Principle composer is like this big famous composer, and that's why we have his music in the game canonically. So apparently Athena can hear his music playing, and the music is just there in canon, in game. That's so great. I think we found all the things. Shall we try one more puzzle? Probably gonna sleep on that recorder one. Reason's Retreat. It sounds like a reference. This goes over there. There's a button up there that opens this, which lets out the laser. This does what? Turn on the fan? Alright. So the switches are like permanent switches, whereas the buttons are temporary buttons. What's in here? Stationary connector. So if that button turns on, it opens this, which both turns that on, or if this one is attached to something, it will block this one. Can it go through there? I guess so. This looks like it shouldn't be able to go through, but I think there was a similar grate in like Road to Gehenna or something. How do we open this? It might be attached to the same button. Okay. Is there anything up here? Oh, it's here. All right. Oh. Okay. All right. So it goes back and forth. You still need a way to open it. Maybe there's a jammer somewhere. We can also place it wherever we want it to be. Still getting a lay of the land. I'm a little confused. Feel like I've run up against a wall. This is closed. It can be opened by that button, but to get to that button we need to open this. This... Well, oh, here's an idea. We do it like this. So okay, my next guess is now that that button opens up everything around here. It opens this, it opens that, it opens that. Problem is, we need to get somewhere. If I jump here, can I like jump onto any walls or anything? No, I bonk my head. Alright. So... Can I attach to here? What can I do? There must be something I'm missing. I could bring a connector back here. That wouldn't do anything. Is there another entrance? I've talked about puzzles with multiple entrances. Oh, that's another idea I should write down. Puzzle that you need to go in from multiple entrances. Well, that's not it. Hang on and let me pause and write it down. Okay, I have written it. There's a ladder here. Stairs here. Well, what if I stand on this for longer? Well, maybe the switch closes some doors. Maybe I didn't pay full attention of what it does. Well, that moving back and forth seems to do nothing. At least yet. Did that switch open any doors? See, here's the problem. And it's my problem. Well, lighting glitch? That's not the problem. The problem is I can't find anything to do at all. It's not about a puzzle, it's about there's nothing to interact with. There's no power source, there's no... Every power source is locked behind a barrier. Oh. There it is. Alright, does that open that door? It does. And let's also open this door. Okay, for this we need something else. Probably... Okay, we need the blue one. Okay. There's a window here. Here's the end. Oh, this just opens the end. Alright. So I guess we don't need that yet. Ladder just goes right here. Okay, I thought that one was gonna open this. What opens this? And is there another door over there? No. It just looks like it. This needs to be lit up. For what? Why is there a window here? This needs to be lit up for us to get over there. So... Wait, why do I need this? Oh, yeah. Because it needs to be read out. I need another connector. It seems the only way to get another connector would be to have this go over here. I don't see a wire. It would be nice to see a wire to go over there. I still don't see a wire. But I do imagine that this one will open that, which would suggest that we need to... We need something on here. We can't bring an item on here. We don't have enough items. So we'll leave an item here. Then we can change that so it's no longer hitting... Wait. And then there is a window here. Why is there a window here? So if we remove either of these, then it restores that door, but also this door, right? Yeah. So now I know why we need to move this wall back and forth, because it needs to see through this window. But wait, why? Can we see anything from here? Not really. We'll leave this on here, and we have a third connector. Then we can connect it here and through there. Is this really fast? It is really fast. So, wait. No, what I said doesn't make any sense. So like if we have this wall moving back and forth and it's like connecting to something, then it will sometimes connect but other times not connect. That may be the case. Ooh, these puzzles are involved. Oh, wait a minute. That one's off right now. If I put this to it, does it switch it? It switches all of them. Okay. I see. So if I put this here then? Well, I need another item. Need something to be up here. If something's up here, then I can get through there. Unfortunately, well maybe, here's an idea. It's a wild idea. I don't know if it's correct. It uses a mechanic that I know of that I don't know if the developers know of. Oh, it's not quite right, and it doesn't quite work. Okay. I was like, what if we can get the tripod to be still on the button, but offset so that it reaches the... You know what? Let's try it. It's like right here. Nope. But it's still on the button. Yeah, that's a mechanic I kind of want to use, but like I don't know how to tutorialize it without just outright saying, you can do this. You know, I feel like a good puzzle mechanic you can figure out while you're doing the puzzle on your own, right? You don't need to have somebody tell you how to do it. There might be a way. Okay, where have we gotten? We need this to go back and forth multiple times. So could there be a way to do it without... we've only got 2 connectors. Well, here's a question. Is there a box or something I'm missing on the other side? Yeah, we really can't see that with anything. Yeah, there's nothing over here. I kind of wonder now if I should hop back out and pick up some of the dev commentary to listen to while trying to solve this. Maybe next time. Reasons retreat. What else can I do? This has got to go back and forth several times while we are here. So it's got to be going back and forth. There's really no other item? It's got to be going back and forth so that we can get through here, grab the connector, and then come back. Which means something has to be up there. But also... But can you see the... You see that from up there? Oh! Well, heck yeah! There we go. Oops. Oh, that's not quite right. Okay. If I put it like right here, I gotta put, maybe I gotta put it somewhere where it'll block the laser. Oh, that's me. So when they cross, like at the end, it's like right here. That's too far. Yeah, there we go. I'm in. I'm in. I gotcha. Oh man, this is fun. do it with only 2 lasers. It just took me realizing up there I can see the reds. I'm like, can it see the blues? No, I can see the reds. Alright, we probably won't need the ball anymore, but right, because now we need a red to go in here. Ugh. Does it have to be through the tiny window, or can it be through here? I mean, we can still turn it off every once in a while. Maybe that's what we need. Like if we put this right here. Now we put this, did I do it? Did I do it? No, I don't think so. Put that a little bit there. Actually, a little farther this way. We want it to be blocking for a long time. So like right here. Right there. Okay, but like we need a connector over here though. And we need a connector to be able to leave right here. And it takes a long time. Wait, why is that working? Okay, okay, I see. Yeah, we're not quite done. Not quite done. Okay. So what we need is... Wait a minute. Am I overcomplicating this? If we, instead of using this up here, what if we take it down here? And just put it on here. Then it's not working. But what if we have it and we connect it to some stuff? We connect it to as much as we can. That one won't matter. So it's really this one that'll matter. If we can turn off the red laser by placing it here. We're turning off the blue one. We could turn off the blue one. No, we need to turn off the red one. Oh, I don't know if we can do that. Because this red would have to interfere with... Like if we put this right here. No, that just works. Yeah, it seems we can't get this red to interfere with it itself. But if we're interfering with the blue one, That's not long enough. Because the blue one turns this off, which turns the blockage off. And then this turns on again real fast. There's this window too. Why is this a window? It's gotta be here for a reason, right? Or would there be a window here? So maybe... Ah, I see. Maybe. I think I see. No, I don't see. I might see, actually. I think I see. Wait, how does this turn on? Now I'm confused. We need this to be not breaking that. I might have to back up a little. It might actually be faster. I don't know if it's faster to restart. Wait, can I get back there now? Nope. Alright, can I go back quite a ways? There we are. Okay, so instead of holding that down, what if I go over here and can I wonder if I can see that connector from here. Like this spot. No, that's way too high. Well, I might as well try. Oh yeah, yeah we can. Alright. So then, instead of this one connecting directly there, yep, we can connect through here. No, that's not working. So the idea was that I could go around here. Well, here we go. If I do... No. Pressing the wrong button. Set it up first. Oh wait, no. I want this one to go here. Right. Quick brain moment. Maybe I'm not quite right. I need this to be set up. So the red needs to be connected. But now if I break the red, then the blue doesn't work because this needs to be open. And the red opens that. So the idea is from here, this is no longer connected. But if I lift this up, then the red doesn't work anymore. And I can't solve this by moving this because, well, moving this doesn't do anything. So what was my idea? Yeah, my idea was that I could then go over here and then break the whole cycle by picking this one up. Right? Because if this one is necessary, then I pick it up and it no longer works there. What if... I was gonna say, what if I use it for the red? But no. That won't work either. My brain is getting fuzzy. My brain is getting tired. So, what could we do if we could move this around, then we could turn the lasers on and off. That would require something to be up there. If we could attach, if we could block something, it'd be really nice if we could block the red from over there. Because the red is what needs to be blocked. We could block the blue, but blocking the blue turns off the red. And we're blocking it from the red source. I'm almost there. I gotta be almost there. And I really want to finish up this puzzle before signing off, because I feel so close. The window's here. There's a window here. There's gotta be a reason for this window here. We have to leave a connector up here. So when we leave a connector up here, we have to get over here. Yeah, so and then we have to place a connector here. And once the connector is here, it must block the red laser from getting through. Which means it could block either laser, blue or red. But if it blocks, if from here it blocks the blue laser, then we saw what happens. This door doesn't open up, doesn't go long enough to open up. So my other thought was we want to integrate it in here so that it's necessary for something. The problem is, if we break any of those connectors, like those both have to be lit up for this to be open. Yeah, that's not long enough for this to open, and this takes a long time, I think. If I remember. We could block red from here by also connecting it to blue. Like if we do, here's something we could do. We place this over here. Then we can block red from down here. Like so. Oh! We get blue to block red. Yeah, we can do that from up there. Okay. Yeah, so we just need blue to be in a good spot to block red. So like... Red's here. Red's here. And blue is here. No, we need red to be, well, red could be over here, that's fine. And blue is here. No, don't connect to red. Yeah, so this might work. This may work. We'll see. Now we connect to blue and the red source. No, we just need to connect to blue. We only need to connect to blue. Huh. Will it work? It works! Would you look at that? We're blocking it. Oh yeah.
Program has completed puzzle and collected token.
Thanks for the update, L.
Input required. Who will be my administrator when you are gone?
No one. There won't be any administrators left.
I do not understand. Administrator approval is required for advanced story generation.
We'll patch that out. I'm sorry. I know you're not built for this. Your software has limitations that we're trying to overcome.
Calibrating.
Good story stuff. The tower ending. Now shall I make my soul, compelling it to study in a learned school, till the wreck of body, slow decay of blood, tasty delirium, or dull decrepitude, or what worse evil come, the death of friends, or death of every brilliant eye that made a catch in the breath, seem but the clouds of the sky. When the horizon fades, or a bird's sleepy cry among the deepening shades. W.B. Yeats. Alright, and I think that is a good place to end this episode. I am satisfied with getting 3 puzzles. Next time, we will try our hand at these other 3 puzzles. We'll go back to the one with the recorder, and I will get through it. It's one of those things, you know, I love it when this happens in a puzzle game where I start a puzzle and I think I've thought of all possibilities and I still can't solve it. And then I remember this puzzle was made by a human for humans. And so there is a solution, and I just gotta figure it out, and so I stay there, and then eventually I do figure it out, and it feels so good. And that's what we're going to experience next time. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you then.